microorganisms are the most competitive, fast-growing, opportunistic, and best colonizing organisms in the world. They are the most numerous, with wide ranges of tolerance for environmental conditions, and they are well equipped to cope with unpredictable changes in resource availability. They thrive almost everywhere, from Antarctic ice with temperatures below 0 degrees Celsius to deep sea vents at 360 degrees Celsius. Why? This may be because they are a very diverse group of organisms. Good day everyone, I am Jenny, your science teacher, and in this video lesson, we will talk about the diversity among microorganisms, specifically Archaebacteria and Eubacteria.
Human beings face many hazards that are of biological origin. These involve microorganisms that may threaten the health and survival of humans. It is important, therefore, for us to dwell on microbiology, or the study of microorganisms that may be pathogenic or not. Any biological agent that causes disease is called a pathogen. If it does not bring about any disease in humans or in any other organism, then it is called a non-pathogen. The pathogens which we will be more familiar with are the viruses and the bacteria. At the end of this video lesson, we will describe the structures and characteristics of microorganisms under the kingdom Archaebacteria and Eubacteria. We will classify them accordingly, and we will discuss some of their beneficial and harmful effects to other organisms and human beings. Let's start with domain Archaea, kingdom Archaebacteria. Organisms that belong to this kingdom are all microscopic. They live in various places, some even in the most severe environments. Methanogens, Halophiles, and thermophiles are examples of Archaebacteria. Let's start with methanogens. Methanogens are Archaeabacteria that produce methane as a metabolic byproduct. Examples of methane-producing genera are the Methanobacterium, Methanosarcina, Methanococcus, and Methanospirillum. Methanogens are typically found in the oxygen-depleted environments of soils, sediments, and the intestinal tract of humans and animals. Among livestock, methane production is greatest in ruminants, as methanogens are able to produce methane freely through the normal process of feed digestion. Ruminants are herbivorous mammals of the suborder Ruminantia that are able to acquire nutrients from plant-based food by fermenting it in a specialized stomach prior to digestion, principally through microbial actions. The word ruminant comes from the Latin ruminare, which means to chew over again. The roughly 200 species of ruminants include both domestic and wild species. Ruminating mammals include cattle, all domesticated and wild bovines, goats, sheep, giraffes, deer, gazelles, and antelopes. Next, we have the Halophiles. Named after the Greek word for salt-loving, are extremophiles that thrive in high salt concentrations. Halophiles are found thriving in habitats with a high concentration of salt, such as in Great Salt Lake in Utah and Owens Lake in California. A halophile is an organism that lives in an environment that has a high salinity, such as ocean and solid salt crystals. Next, we have thermophiles. Literally heat lovers, are organisms that grow at temperatures above those 25 to 40 degrees Celsius that sustain most life forms. Typically, a thermophile shows maximum growth rates at temperatures above 45 degrees Celsius. Thermophiles are found in various geothermally heated regions of the Earth, such as hot springs like those in Yellowstone National Park in USA. Alright, let's summarize. Archaeans are the oldest and most primitive forms of organisms. Archaeans do not require oxygen or light. They can live in some of the most extreme conditions where no other organisms seem capable of surviving, such as swamps, salt lakes, and thermal vents. They have also been found to live throughout all other habitats as well, such as the ocean and certain organs of the human body. They tend to exist as mutualists and commensalists, while none have been found to be parasites or pathogens. Now let us proceed to the main bacteria or Kingdom Eubacteria. Eubacteria are prokaryotic microorganisms consisting of a single cell, lacking a nucleus, and containing DNA with a single circular chromosome. Eubacteria can be spherical, spiral, tightly coiled, or rod-shaped, and 0.5 to 5 micrometers long. For the shapes of bacteria, round or spherical shaped may be grouped in pairs, Diplococcus, chains or Streptococcus, or cluster Staphylococcus. So when we say round or spherical, we call it coccus. For rod shape, which has a streamlined body, examples are Lactobacillus, Bacillus, and Pseudomonas. Bacilli can also occur in chains or Streptobacillus. So bacilli or bacillus are the rod-shaped bacteria, while the spiral or comma-shaped are curved or twisted in shape. Examples are spirilla, vibrio, and spirochetes. Bacteria, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Bacteria are everywhere, including your entire body. The bacteria in our body weighs as much as our brain, which is 3 pounds. Bacteria can be harmful, but some species of bacteria are needed to keep us healthy. The bacteria on our skin, in our airways, and in our digestive system are the first line of defense against foreign invaders, or we call it pathogens, that can cause infection and other problems. Bacteria also act as tuning forks for our body's immune system, making sure it's pitched just right. The immune system shouldn't be too sensitive or too sluggish. It needs to respond quickly to an infection, but it shouldn't overreact. If it does overreact and attacks the body itself, the result is an autoimmune disease, such as rheumatoid arthritis, lupus, or multiple sclerosis. Each person has a personalized collection of bacteria, called the microbiome. We acquire our first bacteria while being born, and every day, our environment exposes us to more. Some of these bacteria will take up residence inside the body and help develop a robust immune system. The good. The species of bacteria that colonize our respiratory and digestive systems help set up checks and balances in the immune system. White blood cells police the body, looking for infections, but they also limit the number of bacteria that grow there. Likewise, bacteria keep white blood cells from using too much force. Bacteria also help out by doing things cells are ill-equipped to do. For instance, bacteria break down carbohydrates or sugars and toxins, and they help us absorb the fatty acids which cells need to grow. Bacteria help protect the cells in your intestines from invading pathogens and also promote repair of damaged tissue. Most importantly, by having good bacteria in your body, bad bacteria don't get a chance to grow and cause disease. The bad. Of course, some species of bacteria in your body can result in diseases, such as cancer, diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and obesity. Usually, these diseases happen only when the normal microbiome is disrupted, but that can occur even from antibiotics. Antibiotics kill bacteria, and some of those will be good bacteria that we need to protect our health. When that happens, the bad bacteria that normally are kept in check have room to grow, creating an environment ripe for disease. Bad bacteria can exist at low levels in your body without causing harm or can grow too much and wreak havoc. Staphylococcus aureus can cause something as simple as a pimple or as serious as pneumonia or toxic shock syndrome. Porphyromonas gingivalis can cause gum disease and was recently linked to pancreatic cancer. Similarly, when not suppressed by good bacteria, Klebsiella pneumoniae can cause colitis and subsequently lead to colorectal cancer. The ugly. In addition to allowing disease-causing bacteria to flourish, the elimination of good bacteria throws the immune system out of whack. The result can be simple allergies or very debilitating autoimmune diseases. Without the right balance of bacteria, your body might suffer from constant inflammation. Inflammation is the body's alarm system, which calls white blood cells to heal a wound or to get rid of infection. Chronic inflammation, however, can make the body more susceptible to autoimmune diseases and cancer, such as causing inflammatory bowel disease, which, if uncontrolled, can cause colon cancer. The future. Research suggests that efforts to make a cleaner environment free from bacteria are contributing to the rise in obesity, cancer, and heart disease. Experts are trying to figure out how probiotics, foods like yogurt with active cultures and dietary supplements that contain live bacteria, can improve our health. Research is underway so that in the future, specific bacteria may be prescribed as individually tailored treatments for patients. Our immune system needs the right combination of bacteria so we can stay healthy and rely less on medications. Antibiotics remain a powerful tool to keep us healthy, but shouldn't be used when they aren't needed. The more we learn, the more we appreciate the power of the bugs inside of us to heal and not just to do harm. Okay, let's summarize what we have learned. Eubacteria and Archaebacteria are the two unicellular prokaryotic kingdoms. The two kingdoms differ in the composition of their cell walls. Eubacteria are the true bacteria with pathogenic and beneficial species, while Archaebacteria are the extreme bacteria. They thrive in habitats with extreme environmental conditions. At this point, let us check your understanding. Number 1. How many cells do bacteria have? A1, B2, C3, D4. Number 2. What are pathogens? A. Bacteria that helps us digest our food. B. Bacteria that break down material. C. Bacteria that help our immune system. D. Bacteria that can cause disease. Number 3. Bacteria are said to be prokaryotic because they lack a blank. A. True nucleus. B. Cell membrane. C. Golgi apparatus. D. Ribosome. Groups of the Kingdom Archaea which are adapted to live in oxygen-depleted environments. A. Halophiles. B. Methanogens. C. Thermophiles. D. Thermoacidophiles. Number 5. Kingdom whose members prefer extreme conditions with little or no oxygen, very hot or very salty environments. A. Protista, B. Eubacteria, C. Fungi, D. Archaebacteria. Number 6. The term prokaryotes refers to which of the following? A. Very small organisms, B. Very small organisms that have no nucleus, C. Multicellular organisms, D. Cells that resemble animal cells more than plant cells. Number 7. Which of the following is true of archaea that produce methane? A. They reduce carbon dioxide in the presence of nitrogen. B. They live in the most extreme environments. C. They live in the absence of oxygen. D. They have been discovered on Mars. Number 8. What are the three main shapes of bacteria? A. Round, spear, oblong. B. Coccus, spirillus, bacillus. C. Spear, tripod, spirilla. And letter D. Tube, square, and rectangular. Number 9. Which of the following places is best suited for salt-loving bacteria? A. Pacific Ocean, B. Red Sea, C. West Philippine Sea, letter D. Great Salt Lake. And number 10, a common cause of bacterial pneumonia is Streptococcus pneumoniae or pneumococcus. What is the shape of this bacteria? A. Rod shape, B. Spherical, C. Round shape, D. Elongated. Alright, let us have the answers. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Thank you for watching this video lesson. Please watch out for the next topic, which has something to do with Kingdom Protista. Thank you, everyone.